Title: The Fall of the Stars. Prologue: The Song of Eternity. Before time began, the heavens were a place of unending harmony. The Creator, seated on his throne of light, had crafted the angels, beings of pure spirit, each a living note in the celestial symphony. Chief among them were Michael, the guardian of righteousness, and Lucifer, the brightest of all, whose beauty reflected the splendor of creation itself. Together, they led the hosts of heaven in unceasing praise. But beneath Lucifer's radiant facade lay a seed of pride, a yearning to rise above his station. He whispered to others in secret, sowing discontent among the stars. Why should we bow eternally? Is not our own light divine? Chapter 1. The First Rebellion. As Lucifer's pride grew, so did his following. A third of the angelic hosts, dazzled by his charm and promises of autonomy, pledged their allegiance to him. They gathered in the shadowed edges of the heavens, plotting their rise against the throne. Michael, sensing the shift in the harmony of heaven, confronted Lucifer in the presence of the Creator. Brother, why do you seek to divide what was created to be one? Your path leads only to ruin. But Lucifer's resolve was unshaken. I will not bow to a will that denies my own. We were made to be free, Michael. Can you not see it? The Creator, whose voice was as the sound of 1,000 waterfalls, spoke. Lucifer, you were given great light, not to rival mine, but to reflect it. Your rebellion will bring only sorrow. Turn back now. Lucifer laughed, his once beautiful voice now edged with venom. Then let there be war. Chapter 2. The War in Heaven. The heavens erupted in chaos as angel clashed against angel. The loyal hosts, led by Michael, carried the Creator's banner, their swords blazing with holy fire. The rebels, wielding darkened blades forged from their own twisted will, sought to seize the throne. The battles were fierce, their light and darkness spilling across the void, creating the first stars and shadows. Gabriel, the messenger, became a warrior, striking down the fallen with tears in his eyes. Raphael, the healer, fought to protect the wounded, his heart breaking at the sight of his brother's descent. Lucifer, wielding power unmatched among the fallen, faced Michael in the heart of the celestial battlefield. Their clash shook the heavens, their voices raised in fury and lament. You fight for a tyrant, Michael? Roared Lucifer. When will you see that freedom is worth any cost? Michael, his wings scorched but his resolve unbroken, replied, You mistake pride for freedom, Lucifer. True freedom lies in service to the light. Chapter 3. The Fall. The Creator, seeing the devastation wrought by the war, decreed its end. His voice silenced the chaos, and the heavens wept as judgment was passed. Lucifer, and all who follow you, you are cast down from my presence. Your rebellion has no place in the harmony of heaven. A great chasm opened beneath the rebels, a void into which they fell like shooting stars. Their once radiant forms twisted and burned, becoming shadows of their former selves. They were cast down to the realm of chaos, a formless void that would one day become earth. Lucifer, now the adversary, swore vengeance. You may cast us out, but this world shall be ours. Your creation will kneel to us, or they will perish. Chapter 4. The Scars of Heaven. The loyal angels mourned the loss of their brethren, but the Creator spoke words of hope. Though they have fallen, the story is not yet written. Light will overcome darkness, and love will redeem what pride has broken. The heavens were cleansed, but the scars of the battle remained, a testament to the cost of free will and the choice to serve or rebel. Michael stood at the gates of heaven, his sword alight, ready to defend the harmony of creation. Epilogue. The First Dawn. As the fallen angels plotted in the void, the Creator began a new work. From the chaos of the rebellion, he formed the earth, a place of beauty and life. Into this world, he would place humanity, beings of flesh and spirit, who would carry the spark of divine light. But Lucifer watched, his hatred burning. If I cannot reign in heaven, I will reign here. Let the war continue, for the hearts of these creatures will be mine. And so, the stage was set for the greatest battle of all, the struggle between light and darkness, freedom and pride, love and hate. A battle that would echo through the ages, shaping the destiny of creation. Part 2. The Children of the Fallen. Chapter 5. The Whisper in the Shadows. The fallen angels, cast into the void, watched the earth with envious eyes as humanity thrived under the Creator's blessing. Lucifer, now the adversary, gathered his followers and devised a plan to corrupt this new creation. These mortals are weak, he said. But they carry within them a fragment of the Creator's light. If we cannot destroy it, we will pollute it. We will bend their hearts to our will, and through them, we shall rise again. Among the fallen, some, now called the Watchers, grew fascinated by humanity. Their leader, Samyaza, gazed upon the daughters of men and was filled with forbidden desire. If we cannot return to heaven, let us rule here. Let us take these mortals as our own. Lucifer, cunning as ever, approved of the plan. Do so, and through your offspring, we will create a race mighty enough to defy even the heavens. Chapter 6. The Birth of Giants. The Watchers descended to earth in secret, taking human form. They appeared as beings of great beauty and power, deceiving humanity into worshipping them as gods. They taught forbidden knowledge, astronomy, weapon-making, and sorcery, gifts that elevated humanity but came at a terrible price. The daughters of men, drawn to their allure, bore them children, beings of immense strength and size, neither fully human nor angelic. These giants, called the Nephilim, grew to dominate the earth, spreading fear and destruction. They built vast cities, claimed dominion over mortals, and waged wars that scarred the land. But their existence was an abomination to the Creator. The Nephilim carried the corruption of the fallen within them, a defiance of the natural order. Their presence threatened to undo creation itself. Chapter 7. Enoch's Warning. Amid the chaos, a man named Enoch, a prophet who walked closely with the Creator, was given a vision of the heavens. He was taken up to the courts of the angels, where he witnessed the grief of the loyal hosts over the actions of the Watchers. Michael, still the commander of heaven's armies, spoke to Enoch. The Watchers have crossed the line between heaven and earth. Their offspring have brought ruin, and the Creator's patience grows thin. Judgment will come swiftly. Enoch was sent back to earth as a messenger to humanity and the Watchers. To humanity, he brought a warning. Turn from the ways of the fallen and seek the light of the Creator, or face destruction. To the Watchers, he carried a sentence. You have broken the laws of heaven. You will be bound in chains until the final judgment. Samyaza and his followers, fearing their fate, sought Lucifer's aid. But the adversary, ever selfish, abandoned them. I have no chains, for I did not act as you did. You will fall alone. Chapter 8. The Great Flood. The Creator, seeing the depth of corruption, declared that humanity must be cleansed. He chose a righteous man, Noah, to build an ark and preserve life. The angels watched in sorrow as the floodgates of heaven opened, wiping away the Nephilim and the cities of the Watchers. The floodwaters rose, and the Nephilim, though mighty, perished under the weight of divine wrath. Their spirits, bound by neither heaven nor earth, became restless wanderers, shadows of their former selves. They would later be known as unclean spirits, haunting the world and influencing humanity toward sin. As for the Watchers, they were bound in chains of darkness and cast into the abyss, a prison deep within the earth. There, they awaited the final judgment, their rebellion sealed forever. Chapter 9. The Aftermath. When the waters receded, Noah and his family emerged to rebuild the earth. The Creator made a covenant, marked by the rainbow, promising never to destroy the earth by flood again. Yet the scars of the rebellion remained. Lucifer, though thwarted, still schemed in the shadows. The fallen angels, though diminished, continued to whisper their deceit into the hearts of men. The Nephilim, though their bodies were destroyed, left a legacy of fear and legend. And humanity, though spared, carried within them the knowledge of both good and evil. Epilogue. The Eternal War. In the heavens, Michael and the loyal hosts stood watch, knowing that the battle was far from over. The rebellion of the fallen had shifted from open war to a subtler, more insidious conflict, one fought not with swords but with hearts and souls. And so, the story of light and darkness continued, weaving through the fabric of human history. The Creator's plan, though mysterious, promised hope. One day, a Redeemer would come, a light to pierce the shadows and restore what was broken. But until that day, the children of the stars and the children of the earth would walk their paths, caught in the eternal struggle between heaven's glory and the rebellion of the fallen.